And we're live. Welcome everybody to the Arcane Gate. I'm Denaru.
And I am FallMucky20, Charles Walker. Welcome everybody. So, the last week, the party had them a rigorous training session with their old friend Captain Dreadslayer, who's helped them get ready for the tournament they got to get to. And now with the final days before the tournament approaching, everyone's taking some time to get the final preparations in order. With most of their smaller business taken care of in town, now they just got a little personal things to do, and yeah, the party all finds themselves waking up in the morning at the Alchemist Guild. Every morning, you'll have a pretty decent training regimen with Dreadslayer, and following that, y'all have the days to yourself. So, all of you have 2 weeks of downtime to do with what you need to do your final preparations for a tournament. So, what do y'all have in mind?
I need to get a non-magical weapon.
Great sword.
Can she use
And because this is going to be...
I cannot.
This is,
Technically, did you ever sell your other mace, or do you still actually have it?
My original mace?
Yeah.
I think that's the one that became a +1.
No, the +1 came from where I stole everything from the goblins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I still have my regular mace.
Yeah.
I think I want to look at a different weapon, though.
yeah. In case it does come up, base precious metal weapons, they do not count as magic, though. Like, I know in the book it may count like adamantite and stuff as magic, but because of this, it's just a really good craftsmanship.
So things like silver and adamantite are not magical then?
Yeah. It's kind of like how I don't technically consider potions in my world magic. Since they're more of an actual science.
Alright.
Seeing as how I never figured out why my little rings are magnetized together on my hand, I'm going to go eventually ask about that.
You can do that. Alright, and if no one has anything immediate, you can do that quick where you go to the magic shop.
I have things, but other people can go ahead of me.
Well, while we're doing that, everyone go ahead and get their stuff together. As you go to the Magical Might Amarok, run by Xanthia and Lydia. Are you is anyone else going with you, or just you?
If anyone wants to go, they can. I ain't gonna turn down company.
I'll actually go with you to see if she sells individual little bits to things. Just in case. So I'll go with you.
Yeah, Cyrus will go as well.
You might get caught in a lie, just a heads up.
I will not be going to that fiasco.
As they have a boys' trip, as the girls, wherever y'all go, Dreadslayer's just sitting there waiting.
I mean, he could go with them or us. He doesn't have to just sit there and do
the
nothing.
escorting role today.
What a gentleman.
Oh, wait, he's with us?
All right.
Yeah, he's watching. He's babysitting you too.
Maddie starts grumbling.
Just pretend I'm not even there. I am a shadow, silently watching, waiting to stab anything that crosses you.
He's so
That,
subtle.
of course, that's the intention.
But basically, Maddie, he's like you, but talks less.
So he's what you wish I would be.
Not all the time. I mean, sometimes your chatter is amusing.
Maybe I should convince them to give you more training.
No, because I have to go get a new weapon, or at least I want to go see if I want to go get a new weapon. So, weapon first, and then possibly training, depending on what I want to get.
That's actually a good idea, so let's go look at that. Maybe I can get an upgraded weapon.
Besides, stop talking like that. My arms aren't like noodles anymore. That's a good thing.
Yeah!
Now instead of boiled pasta, she's normal pasta.
So y'all are
You've been
going to the
training
magic shop as
very
well?
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Magic
All the
shop or a
guys get to the
smith?
magic shop. Yeah, that's a good question. There's other places to get weapons, so y'all want to go to the same store as them or somewhere else?
Do they have non-magical weapons there?
You can ask.
At the magic shop?
I mean,
What you
Probably
saw, they
not.
don't.
yeah. So
We'll
no
probably
point in
actually have
going.
to go to the armory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go to armor. They can go to Max shop.
Okay. We don't really know one except Garo. The only other one that you would know of is seems to be the Bone Shiv store that y'all haven't gone to yet.
Oh yeah, we really wanted to go to that one.
But it's in the bad part of town now.
Yeah, that's true.
Still, we gotta look at it like this. Okay, they ambushed us for a reason, meaning what they were doing was illegal, okay? There are patrols, they can't openly attack us. If we stay to, like, public areas, they can't do anything.
Sure, as long as we don't go down a back alley or anything, because they did attack us in an abandoned warehouse inside of the alchemical district.
Were we in the alchemical district?
It was in the Craftsman district, actually.
Oh, well.
No, it's Craftsman district, which is mostly abandoned.
Oh, well then, okay. Still, we have to be careful because they have a guild in this town, which means they have weight to throw around.
And so do we.
To a certain degree, yes. More you than us, but yes.
I don't like this.
Okay. Alright, so are the two of you and Dreadslayer wanting to go to the go to Shawnee's place?
Sure.
Or
If it was- Wait, what?
just Garo's?
Let's go to Garo's. That's the giant, right?
Yeah.
Just go to his.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds good.
You can do their magic shop trip first. I want to see how this disaster goes down.
Okay. So the three guys get into the magic shop, and Xanthia's behind the counter reading a book, and she's like, "Oh, hey, it's you guys. What's going on?"
So, like, apparently this came from you, and it's giving me a little bit of problem with the other one. I was wondering if you knew why it was doing that.
Oh, you got both the rings, huh? Huh, what are the odds you end up finding the other one shortly after you get that one? That's handy.
Just surprise eyebrows. Both the rings.
Yeah, the Boxer one was bought from here. The other one went missing when the caravan it was on got attacked.
Okay, so you're telling me it's a set. Okay, why are they doing this then? And just like clicking them apart and together?
Lydia, come down here. And you just hear her grumbling, "What?" And it's like, "Someone's brought your rings back." And you just hear footsteps running from downstairs. As a tiefling runs downstairs, see she's got long black hair tied back. She's got kind of a wide-eyed look behind her glasses. She's a green-skinned tiefling, and she's just let's add a heavy sigh. What are the odds that you end up finding those rings shortly after you leave this shop with one of them?
Well, I've had this one pointing at the brawler ring for a while before we even thought to come here. Okay? This one was a recent development.
Yes, I actually bought that one from you because I thought it'd be an interesting piece of kit for this one here. He's more of a frontliner.
And you kept from me that you found that item when I was talking about it being missing in front of you.
What particular item are you talking about? I didn't realize that these two rings were a set from what she said.
The brawler ring and the boxer ring, holds them up, both made very similarly, aren't a set.
Well, I don't know these rings. I don't know these rings' names. You told me the name of this one that I bought from you. You told me that the other one was missing.
And plus, we've had a very hectic couple of months. Like, piecing together small mysteries of the world isn't really top of our priorities.
Also, honestly, after all the weird things that's happened to us, finding two matching rings is very mundane in comparison to half of the stuff we've seen over the past few months.
Oh, wonderful. I'm sure you have such great, grandiose adventures, but you couldn't mention this minor detail to me, I'm sure.
Well, I'm bringing it to your attention now.
Also, again, like I said, we did not realize that this ring was the other ring. You told us that the other ring went missing, but you didn't tell us what they looked like or what they did when they were together. You just said that one went missing.
Okay, whatever.
So
get a brass tacks. Stop the flowery word bullcrap.
Well, we were wondering, there's a reaction to these rings being together, and is it not dangerous? Are they not going to like fuse his fingers together or something? Because they tend to stick together and then bounce apart.
Essentially, what it is that was a set commissioned by a lord down south who had two twins that were going to inherit the land, and both of them were kind of brawler types. One was more of a boxer, you see, and the father decided, since they kind of come from a more militaristic family, the stronger the two brothers would be the one to receive the first bit of inheritance. That's how they're going to decide it. So essentially, the rings were meant to be given to each brother, and the winner between the fight they were going to eventually have would get both the rings. Essentially being a symbolization to get both the main source of the power. And during that time, I would do a process to fuse both the rings together to make them one magic item.
So currently, as they are, they cannot work separately until they are fused into one ring.
Well, they can work separately, but they're all obviously more efficient as one item.
Oh, so how long would that process take to fuse them into one?
About a week.
I pull Emerald to the side. So, in this tournament where we're going in, we can only have one particular magical item. Do you have any other magical items on your person?
I have a few, yeah. I have the bag, I have the... What all do I have? Yeah, I've had the bag, I've got Cordell's Blessing, and I have the two rings.
Well, if the two rings become one item, then that's one item. And depending on what it does, it could be beneficial to you in this fight.
It's always interesting. I'm always one for experiment. Would you be willing to do this for us instead of the twins?
I'd be willing to do it for 600 gold.
You know what? You're dropping a hard bar. Can you tell me what it does when they're fused? Is it just a combination of the two?
It's a combination of the two, but you only have to attune to it once.
You know what?
Well, it's your call. They're your
Yeah.
rings.
You know, I'm gonna go the full 600 because you did kind of get the short end of the stick here. You lost one, so yeah, go ahead and do it. I'll pay up front.
Appreciate it. And she takes the gold and says, "It ended up working up anyway. Since the rings went missing, I just had to make them again. So, you see any halfling lords that think the rings look familiar? Obviously, you know you didn't get them from me, because that would imply you stole them off a caravan, which clearly didn't happen." As she takes the rings and the gold and just marches upstairs.
Oh, before you go, I did have a question. If that is a danger, would it be possible to like change an insignia on there so it doesn't stand out as those particular rings in general, or would that not be possible through this fusion?
Another 20 gold.
I'll give the 20 gold. Well, go ahead, pick out your insignia that this is going to be your item anyway.
Don't know about an insignia. Shoot.
You know something
just-
that represents.
I have no idea. Just, go ahead and do this. It's a set of triangles. Okay, one normal, one inverse, another normal with bisected line, and then another inverse with a bisected line. And do those just around the band, I guess.
I get it. Yeah, I could do that. And she turns on the heel and runs up the stairs.
Alright, well that's done. But for a separate bit of business, I was wondering, do you sell individual bits that you could sell, like straps of leather, bits of glass?
We mainly deal in the magical side, not the base material side. Also, I'm glad that went good, because Lydia's even more peculiar about her magics.
Well, would you know of a shop nearby that, or would we just have to go to a smith, I guess? I guess that would make more sense then. I was hoping to get
Smith
little...
would make the most sense, yes.
Alright. Well, do you have anything else in stock? Any new things in stock? What? It's been a while since we've been in here.
Oh, well, what happened recently kind of threw off trade a little bit, so nothing really in particular. We did have a few doodads that came in that Advent just came through in a swarm and bought up a lot of stuff. So most of the stuff we have is generally our higher end stuff anyways.
And just for a particular question of my own, if you were to design a jacket with pockets that work as being bigger than what they are, what would that take?
Pockets of holding?
Yes.
Well, it's more Lydia's domain, actually. She's the main enchantress here.
Well, she's busy for now, but if you ask her that, I'll be back later on today to get an estimate.
Yeah, I'll, when she's not as the usual tiefling hellfire burning self, I will go check on her.
Very well. Cyrus, did you need anything here?
No, just felt like watching.
Well, let's see. Also, how big you want them pockets? Like, they wouldn't be able to be full bags of holding, you know.
I understand. Well, this is an actual item. Stop. Something that could hold this, and then or something a little bigger than this, and I'll put my gun on the table.
Oh, that could be done easily.
So, just so I know what I'm working with, how deep can these pockets be?
Let me actually look up the bag of holding real quick description just to make sure I'm not telling you wrong. Get an idea of what we're working with.
Bag has an interior space considerably larger than its outside dimensions, roughly 2 feet in diameter at the mouth and 4 feet deep. The bag can hold up to 500 pounds, not exceeding a volume of 64 cubic feet. The bag weighs 15 pounds, regardless of its contents. Receiving an item from the bag requires an action.
Yeah, for pockets, we could do 200 gold a pocket, each pocket being able to hold 100 gold.
200 gold a
I mean,
pocket.
100 pounds, my bad.
So 200 gold a pocket, they could hold 100 pounds each. Question, if you did make this, would it be possible to add pockets onto it later, if I wanted more?
No, yeah, definitely have to be a pretty finely made coat, but yeah, which you've got some pretty nice threads there, not gonna lie.
Oh yes, these are custom made. So if you put 2 pockets in here for now, that sounds lovely actually. 2 pockets and potentially more later once I've come into some more coin.
Alrighty, it'll take Lydia a week to do that one as well, so just leave the coat here and I'll get it back to you when right for y'all's big day. Yeah, Raw told me, so y'all have fun.
Well, I won't be able to wear the coat on the big day, but yes, we look forward to it. And I take off my coat, sit it on the table, fold it up, cast Precipitation on it one more time before I leave. Well,
Alright then, so
look after it for me.
of course, we got a business reputation to uphold.
All right.
And did you have fun?
Cyrus?
Oh, I didn't hear all of that actually, because
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Well, she just looks at you and says, "Now, Cyrus, did you have fun?"
I did. Thank you for asking.
Good, good.
Well, if everyone has nowhere else to go, I'm up to go to Garo's.
I forgot I have to get these engraved anyways. Like taking out the little gauntlets I got.
Also, Cyrus, I think this is the second time you've been in the shop and you still haven't yet to buy anything yet.
I'm looking at the high-end item, and then look at you and just like, well, I don't really have the coin to get what I want. But one day.
Right. So you make your way. You make your way back to Garo's, and Twins and Dreadsler are already there.
We've been there, man.
Yeah. So y'all get there first, and Garo's currently with a comically sized broom is sweeping out the front, sweeping around the front of the shop, making small gusts every time he does. He sees y'all coming in distance. He's like, hey, what can I do for y'all?
Looking for a new weapon.
Oh, right. Come to the right place. And he opens the door and leads all of you in. And as he's taking you in, he has to duck a bit under the door frame as he's coming in. He's like, oh, all right. What you looking for? You already got a pretty nice weapon there.
Yeah, but it's magical, and I can't take it in the tournament we're going to be going in.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's see. Well, as far as non-magical items go, what you looking for?
I don't even know. And I just sort of look helplessly to Maddie.
Use that mace a good bit aside from your sword, so could just up your grade to regular longsword, or do to upgrade a mace and get you a Morning Star. And he holds up a longsword as an example, and he also holds up a lot bigger mace covered in spikes.
I don't know if I can lift either of those.
I mean,
Yeah, I've seen you wield that sword before. You should be able to wield one of these.
Okay. I just take the longsword and see how terrible I can wield it.
Okay. Because of the special thing you got, you can wield martial weapons as well, so the longsword isn't bad for you. You could technically wield a greatsword as well if you wanted, but you wouldn't be able to use your shield.
I don't use my shield anyway, so... Like, I literally never use my shield.
The other thing is that it'd be harder for you to cast spells if you are using a weapon with two hands and you don't have Warcast.
Yeah, just the longsword if I was gonna get something else. There's somewhere that I can, like, practice swinging against something like a dummy or something. Hello?
Oh, I haven't used one of them. Wow. He just kind of thinks for a second, like, whoa, I haven't used one of them in a while. Oh, yeah, sure. And he kind of goes to a closet and rifles around a bit, and he pulls out a dummy a bit covered in dust and sets it out in front of you.
I need to make rolls.
Oh, you can if you want to.
I'm just curious as to how the dice are gonna like me. Doesn't like me at all.
I said compared to our previous rolls, it's not looking too good.
Oh, no, it's not. Not at all.
Yeah. You take a swing at the dummy, and the sword lands right on the very loose breastplate it's wearing. And Garl's
Let me
like,
try.
oh.
Say what? Yeah, let me try the Morning Star.
Garl's like, well, you. All right, and
Might just need
he
more
takes
practice with it.
and he hands you the long-handled mace covered in spikes.
I even carry it.
Yeah, you can. It is only 1 pound heavier than the sword, actually.
Okay. Holy crap, seriously?
Yeah, you're meant to wield maces.
Apparently.
And just and you go again, nearly same trajectory, but you bust straight through the breastplate and just knock the dummy over. And Gar's like, "Oh, hey, you may have something there."
I just look confused. I'm just like, yeah, okay, this works.
Luna, while you're here, do you want to try a thought experiment with me while we're here?
Oh, a what experiment?
A thought experiment, just to see something.
Okay.
He spins his gun and points it and hands her his gun.
Speaking of, Marcus appears behind you and says that.
Oh, that you said we were here.
Oh, I think he was covering it before you guys got there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. If you want to continue this, we can say they... If you want to continue this, we can just say, yeah, they suddenly appear. Okay.
You can say that you literally just showed up like right as I hit it with the Morning Star and just be like, hey, look, you did good. And it's like, you weren't here a second ago.
You weren't here. Oh. Funny.
Well, he held his pistol out to you.
And I'm just like, I like just kind of take it, just like it's gonna suddenly go off. I'm like, what? Okay.
Okay, so what you want to do, you want to look down the sights. You want to draw a breath in and hold it when you're about to pull the trigger.
Okay. And I
Also,
What do you
brace
say?
yourself because there is a kick. There's a kick to it, so brace yourself.
okay. Is that dummy still standing up?
Garo stands it up and then steps to the far side of the room.
Good, smart choice. Smart choice. Everyone's behind me, right? Imagine.
Yeah,
Um,
everyone's at least has the idea from seeing Marcus shoot the gun, stand behind him when he fires.
Marcus is standing
Uh,
right next to you.
Yeah, I mean, you know what's gonna happen. I mean, everyone else does too, but I'm just like, let's be on the safe side. Everyone else is behind me. That's fine. Oh my gosh! That does not end well.
So there's now
Yeah,
new
you
smoke
straight
hole in the
shoot.
back.
You hear a twang and you think you hit something, but then you look over and notice you shot a bullet at an armor that's hanging on the wall, actually.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And Gar's like, I should have considered that. No,
Sorry. I'm sorry.
no one really fires guns in here, so I didn't really have the option to put a sign up.
I'm sorry.
Let me just take that. We can practice more later.
Yeah, please take that away from me. I'll
Getting a
just stick with the
strong
Morningstar.
feeling about the morning stuff.
Yeah, the Morningstar seems to be the way to go. How much is it?
It's 15 gold for the Morningstar.
Oh, okay, cool. I do have another question. Do you have any like light gauntlets or anything? Wait, could I even have gauntlets? I forgot to ask that.
You have leather armor, right?
I mean, yeah, I also have a breastplate.
Or do you? Oh yeah, you upgrade to a breastplate. Not necessarily, but you can get some if you like.
I mean, I don't mean like heavy duty gauntlets or anything, but just like kind of like bracers, if that makes sense.
It'd be less of it doing anything for you, more of just like flavor.
Aesthetic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well then never mind.
Okay, so you don't want some for aesthetic reasons?
Nah, it's fine.
Okay. Alright then. He's like, well, while y'all are here, y'all need anything else or what?
I think I'm good. I don't know about them.
What about you, Luna?
Maddie?
We have different hair colors now. You trying to get us mixed up?
I cannot see your hair colors, but okay. But what about you, Maddie? I was doing well, then I slipped
You
up
really were
once.
doing well. Because I have the longsword, and I was just wondering if there's anything better than a longsword that doesn't require two hands, because I also have a shield.
Well, unfortunately not really. All my magic items got bought up recently from Madmint, actually.
Well, I have the current magic item, and she just shows the gauntlets. I was just mainly seeing if there's anything potentially better than this.
Right. I could silver that and make it where it'll cut magical resistances.
Ooh, if you don't mind, how much would that cost?
Okay. Don't worry about it. It's for a longsword, just get 100 gold and I'll be able to silver it.
Okay.
Can I interject here? You have the +1 silver longsword.
I think it's true. Oh, yeah, you do have a silver longsword, actually.
Yep.
Oh wait,
I have that.
wait, that one's a +1.
I didn't know it was a +1 though.
That's what we were told when I took it.
But she still can use it if she wants to use her other magical item. Then if it's a +1.
I'm just putting everything out there on the table where we're all on the same level of knowledge.
Yeah, it is a +1 one blade. Yeah, it's
So there
+1
really
and
is a-
silver.
So the +1's considered a magic item though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Crap.
You still have your normal longsword too. So
Yeah,
if you want to get it silvered,
it'd probably be best to do that. Get that silvered, so that way I can use my gauntlets as well as.
so you're just covered in swords.
E. Technically two, but E.
And more in your Zorro.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. So you want to get your normal blade silvered?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's make
Wait.
sure. I should have the fun. Because we all received the gold from, what was that place? Did we receive gold from that place?
The Balmano?
Yeah, the last place we fought.
Yeah, the last dungeon. Okay. Yeah, I would assume you at least have 100 gold.
Yeah, I'll just be broke again. It'll be fine.
You need money again.
No, I have the 100 gold. I just, will be broke again after that. But it's fine.
Just as
Uh-huh.
soon as
This
she
is so
earns money,
different than
spends
my
it.
normal characters, because most of my characters, because I had a druid in another game, and she is all nature based, so she doesn't spend money. If she wants it, she goes out and gets it. So she has like tons of gold on her, and then this character's just like, well,
In
That's
terms of
good.
money, we have no money.
This character is
Yeah.
acting like a typical teenager, in other words.
yeah.
Mm.
Well, she got that armor recently.
And the tattoo that you had to borrow money from
And
me. But that was fine with. I was cool with that.
the tattoo pretty much broke her. She's been struggling to get back.
You need to borrow money again.
No, like I said, she has the 100 gold. It's just she will be broke after that and won't be able to afford anything else. So she'll just give him the 100 gold.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Look, things are expensive. Can't help it, trolls are good either.
While you're talking, Garo just eases the sword out of your grasp and just is looking it over.
Yay!
And he just like, he just takes the gold from you, and it's like, well, I hope this helps you.
Yeah.
You should come back in 2 days and it'll be done.
Yay! Thank you.
Hey, oh, no trouble. Thank y'all. All right. Anyone else?
Yeah, these gauntlets I bought, can you actually engrave something on them for me?
No, just aesthetically or what?
Just aesthetically, yeah.
No, yeah, of course. Yeah, that should only take a day.
Okay.
I'm
going to quickly draw out the same set of triangles with like another set under them. It'll be just a line with a hump in the middle, continued on with a dot in the center of that.
Okay.
These are the symbols for fire, water, air, and earth. And below it is acidic acid.
All right, Gar was like, I recognize this. Clever. I like it. Yeah, just give me a day. I'll have these carved in.
All right.
What did you say the symbols were again?
It's
What it represent?
fire, water, air, earth, and acid below them.
Darn it. If you hadn't had acid, I could have made an Avatar joke.
Yeah.
I was just about to. Then you said acid. I'm like, I don't remember the acid bender variant of
Yeah.
water bending.
Acid
That would've been-
the most dangerous bending.
It would have been cool, though.
I covered all my bases.
Yeah. You may have your once a month blood bending, but I have. All right. So. And does anyone else want anything from Garo?
Yes, in fact. Garo, if I were to help you with some of your work, would you help me with a project?
Oh, your projects are always fun. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Aside from the sudden rush of advent people, I haven't had a lot of customers lately, so just got to do a little restocking on stock, but I don't got any big projects going on, and since it seems like y'all be gone for a little bit soon, I wouldn't mind helping you, since you'll probably be back to being bored a lot, not gonna lie.
Well, I do have the question of, if you have any plate mail on you, and if not, if you did, how long would you think that would take to fit it to me? But if not, it would probably take even longer to craft it. It'd probably have something I do later then.
Well, I'd be willing to help you, definitely, but yeah, plate mail's generally
Yeah.
made to order. I don't really have any sets laying around.
Yeah, it would take a while to make it, even with the two of us working at it. Well, question, how much silver do you have? You're silvering that weapon. I was just wondering if you had it.
He says officially, and none. But he walks away for a second, then he comes back and he sets a crate in front of you, and you see there is a mound of melted and contorted silver in there, and it's like, I kind of found some on the road.
Oh, what a happy coincidence to find some. But, I was wondering.
Yeah, make an investigation check real quick.
That's low for me.
Still 13.
13?
Yeah, it's
From Marcus?
it's low for me. At 2 plus 11. Yeah. I'm mortal.
Everything in the universe just happens at once, where a fly flies right past your face and you're distracted and can't tell. But so you're not really sure, but I'm going to say one thing that does happen for Amarok, actually, just from your passive smelling perception. You get a distinct burnt smell from all the silver.
Oh.
Like, this thing's, all this came from a fire recently.
Oh!
Hmm.
Just look incredulously at the case and then just cut eyes up at him. Just knowingly, like, okay, I see what you did here.
Yeah, that's why, and he looks at you and says, officially.
Officially. And just wink at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
real
he-
handy that you got some official silver here. And Marcus kind of just like taps the box. Not aware.
Yeah.
I was wondering, Could you help me replace the knuckle joints on my armor with spiked silver?
Oh, that sounds awesome, actually. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Also,
Yeah.
I want to buy an ingot from you as well.
Of silver?
Yes, just one ingot though.
Oh, one ingot. I gotta get used to this. Generally, I don't get asked just to sell an ingot of silver. Huh, interesting. That will be a good price for that. He kind of flips through a ledger of his for a moment. It's like, Just 20 gold for an ingot.
Alright, so how much for the ingot in replacing the knuckle joints with silver is my question.
Just the knuckle joints.
Yeah, kind of like make them really good at punching. I want to make them like spiked silver claws at the end.
Yeah, give me maybe 120 gold. We can get something pretty solid going.
All right, fair enough, and I'll help you work with it. But also, I like when I have the ingot. Don't worry, Emrock. This isn't for you, but we are being pursued by people.
I ain't worried.
Yeah, as Zamarok, that is starting to dawn on you that a good chunk of the parties now has silver weapons.
Yeah.
It was planned all along, Emrock. Time to put you down.
You've grown enough to know you trust all these people, but it kind of sticks in the back of your head of, it's a good thing I get along with them.
I'm still stuck on thinking like, oh, he's getting claws, okay? Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery and all that. Just, oh. Oh, goodness. But yeah. I'm done with my little interjection. Y'all can continue now.
Well, that's all I wanted to buy while I'm here. But while we're working on the knuckle joints, I'm gonna make some bullets. I'm gonna go over to my forge and set up.
Yeah. Well, before you wrap up, was there any other shops all y'all want to go to as a group?
I'm tempted to go ahead and go to the Bone Shiv or whatever it is. Lizard folk.
If you go, Cyrus will follow.
Because that's literally on the bad side of town that we don't want to go, Marcus will definitely follow you there.
We did get our fancy clothes, didn't we?
Yes.
We have our fancy clothes. Our fancy clothes are not disguises, but they're fancy.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
We have formal wear. We also have a way of concealing our faces for when we're on that side of town, which we'll need to, all of us. Question, DM. When I went to the alchemist shop in the alchemical guild, I bought all of the sulfur and saltpeter, right?
You did.
Well, I mean, Emrock, how much of the city do you actually know of?
Mainly just around our little area here. I've been to other spots, but I didn't really care to visit them. You see, I kind of stand out. I don't enjoy the staring.
Maybe while we're out, I can find another alchemist shop that I haven't tapped out, potentially. But, also, Goro, I did want to get some glass and leather straps while I was here.
Oh, yeah, I got some laying around. We can do that.
Emrock, will you tilt down for a moment?
Okay, and I just bend at the knees.
He'll wrap a measuring tape around your head, cover your eyes for a moment, and measure your head. Okay, I'm gonna make good on a promise I made you a while ago. It'll take a bit longer because we have things to prepare for, but I'm going to get you something that can help you with your eyesight. And he taps you on the forehead.
Thank you. Trying to be polite as the tapping.
Mm-hmm. All right then. And next, you guys are making your way to the Bone Shiv.
Can we watch for anyone actually watching us?
Yeah.
Yeah,
As
sure.
we go. Yeah, and before we go though, everyone put these on, and I'll take out our gear from the black market.
Yeah, the disguises.
Yep.
Cyrus will just be like, "Don't worry, I can just do this and like cast disguise self and make myself look like a human." I guess that's not Cyrus. Dark hair.
Your ears just shrink down a little bit. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, and my complexion's a little bit less pale.
Well, I can do
Human
that.
Cyrus, known as Chris.
Yeah.
I can actually do something along the lines of that too. I think I'll join you with that, since we have multiple disguises. Marcus will take out a vial with like this kind of brackish liquid that he'll drink it down, and it's just like you'll just watch as his entire form just shifts and he becomes a tiefling.
Oh.
He becomes like a tiefling that has like golden caps on the horns, and like red hair and gray skin. As I cast Alter Self.
Nice.
Ooh.
You alright? I know from experience that ain't exactly the most pleasant thing to do.
Yeah. Oh god, I've never done it before, honestly. That was just something I was testing out. That potion was disgusting, and my body feels like it's on fire.
Oh, that's the tiefling.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. In particular, your scalp's itching very bad.
I've never had horns before. Is this what it's like to be a tiefling? No wonder she's always angry.
Somewhere Harper just sneezes. Alright, so as you make your way there, feel free to make a perception check.
Okay.
Amarok. As Dreadslayer is blatantly standing out front, doing his normal walk, but still coming on intimidating.
Hey, you want to join? We're going into the fun part of town.
Yeah. Not the fun district, though, the other fun part of town.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
Alright, go ahead.
Okay. With that going said, nothing's really standing out to you. The town is very abandoned, though. Luna, with your passive perception, you notice every now and then there'll be a head kind of sticking out of the alley looking y'all's way, but after sizing your group up, they'll be like, no, not worth it.
Not worth the pain that'll come after.
Yeah. As there's your normal group, then plus the 7-foot-tall mastodon in the front of you.
Yeah. Kind of noticeable.
Yeah. And as you going by the rough directions you've given, making your way through Advent Ward, which Advent Ward's very different than all the areas you've been so far. It's this weird mix of houses that look more like military barracks and sometimes pretty decrepit, rundown-looking houses, and just generally overall pretty well-off houses that are usually kind of set off in their own little gated areas and communities, and some actual houses that are kind of set off from each other. Some will even And looking from markers, you'll kind of see they seem to belong to certain people. And looking at some of the details on plaques by the door and stuff, you'll see they seem to be actual like higher up members of some faction of mercenaries, stuff like that. As what you'd expect from a district full of mercenaries, there's a lot of people that have money and a lot that just making it.
Okay.
No Silverbloods have seemed to have appeared so far, and eventually you get to the area that that you were told to go. Eventually you get kind of closer to the Coliseum you were at earlier, where you saw kind of a rough commerce district, not a lot going on there. You see the lieutenant's chicken that that Kiara fell victim to. There's one of them out there, but other than that, there's just a few small stalls, stuff like that. But eventually you do see a kind of surprising shack, actually, as you see the sign for the bone shivs at the end of a dock, actually, as there's this kind of hut-like building built there with an old thatch roof and just made completely out of wood. It looks like it was, I don't know, just the craftsmen didn't look like they were from here. And hanging from it, you see all kind of monster parts, bones, pelts, all sorts of things are hanging everywhere from it. So, what do y'all do?
Do I see anything I recognize hanging there?
Make a medicine check.
Medicine. Okay, never done that before. Ooh, not good.
A 9. You recognize them. Those are definitely bones and animal skins, but you're having a hard time discerning what they come from.
Yep, those are monster bits.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'll go in then.
Alright.
I think they're dead.
Dreadslayer just stands by the door and he's like, I have an off feeling about this. I'm going to stand guard at the door.
Just yell if you see anything. We're here just out of curiosity. This is important. We can run.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yes, duly noted. You should keep an eye out on us so that we don't get ambushed.
Oh dear.
Blend in with the surroundings. You need to send me a subtle message. Should we go? Mimicking the sound of bullfrogs native to the area.
Okay, I definitely know what the bullfrog sounds like. I shall mimic that.
Marcus walks away without the knowledge of what a bullfrog sounds like.
I go into the shop as well, and as I look around, do I notice any? Am I able to identify anything?
You make a medicine check.
Just asking, since Amarok wasn't able to. Just hey, look, that's stuff.
I know something you don't. You can confirm that those are monster parts.
I don't know much more.
You can definitely recognize there's a wolf pelt hanging there, but that's some of the other stuff's kind of losing you.
Man, what is with us? What is with us today? Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, I'm failing investigation. Amarok's failing, pinning down what a creature is.
Got a lot
Sad
on
thing
my
is,
mind, okay.
I have a +7 to freaking medicine. I still did horribly.
That's all good. Get them all out before the actual tournament.
I doubt that.
Alright. But as we're coming to this point, I think that'd be a good break point right before you go into the shop.
All right.
As all of you make your way into the shop, as you get close, you see there isn't really a door. There's there's these draped beads blocking the doorway.
How will we ever cross?
Are they actually beads or are they knuckle bones?
Okay. As you get close, you see they actually are knuckle bones, and you're like, oh. Then you look closer and notice all the strings are actually made of hair.
Damn.
Well, that's revolting. I feel like this is a health code violation.
Who wants to go first?
Heck, I'll push through the knuckle bones.
Okay. You make your way through. It doesn't feel right, but you get through it all right. As you make your way in, you find yourself in this very dimly lit little shop. And see, there is no light at all, actually. You're having a hard time adjusting, and you just hear, 1 second.
Take your time.
And a hooded lantern gets lit in the shop. As the hooded lantern actually seems to be a human skull. And it quickly hangs it up top and goes and lights a few other the lanterns around the shop. I forget you smooth skins have trouble actually seeing in the dark. I apologize about that.
Oh.
Yeah, irony of that statement.
As all of you start to come in, you see this figure, the figure in the new formed light. You see green skinned lizard folk with these long. I completely forgot the word of what you call the lizard frills. These long yellow frills are coming off, making kind of pseudo hair, but not completely. You see, he has necklaces, bracelets, all just covered in like teeth, claws, talons, all sorts. You see, the shop itself is completely covered. It's similar to outside, a lot of stuff hanging to dry, whether it's bones, pelts, claws. There's also plenty of stuff stuck in jars as well. He just comes over to you. What can I help you with? You here to barter, yes.
Just to see if you can do anything with this, and I'm going to fish out the cloaker skin I got way back when.
Oh, what a fine specimen. The one who skinned this did an expert job. Quite impressed for... No offense. Someone not to my ilk. Must have been quite a skilled hunter. Now, yes, I can do something with this. Are you wanting to sell it, or are you wanting me to make something for you?
It depends on what you can make, whether it be worth my time or not.
Well, I can make a very fine coat out of it, for one. That'd definitely keep you warm in the winter. Let's, are you talking more the magical variety?
Let's go with that. Just what are
Yes.
some options?
Well, in your conventional arcane means, it would kind of function similar to one of them cloak of protections. I could do that. There's also something for this one in particular. Called this one cloaker, so I could make something called a Phantasmal Cloak.
Oh, and what is that?
Well, I assume you know what a cloak of protection is, so that does not warrant any explanation, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Well, The Phantasmal Cloak is one of them where you will have to attune with it to access the power of it. And it takes advantage of the Cloaker's natural ability, and it lets you tune into it once per day. The Cloaker's ability to make a light refraction clone of itself to distract your enemies, its enemies, and make them harder for you to actually hit it. It allow you to do that and make a reflection of you. So it's not the most durable thing. Once an enemy hits it, it pretty much fade away. But for at least an instant, it'd be hard for an enemy to get a solid bead on you.
Okay, now that sounds useful. Typically charge for this kind of commission work.
Well, the Cloak of Protection would have been a $500 commission. This one would be a 700 gold. That's a dollar, didn't I? 500 gold commission. This one would be a 700 gold commission for the Phantasmal Cloak. Knowing some of the materials that will be needed for it.
No, that's understandable. So I'm a bit short right now, but I just wanted to get an idea of what you had to offer. But
Well,
yeah, I'm definitely interested in that.
Well, do you have any more fine specimens that I could work with or craft something out of?
Not at the moment.
I do buy as well.
Okay. You have anything in particular you're looking for that I should keep an eye out for?
Oh, you mean some of my specialties, you say? Well, what is your skill level when it comes to hunting monsters?
Just gesture at the cloaker skin, that and above.
Oh, okay, mediocre.
You can just see the muscles and jaw clench, but remain shut.
I mean no offense by it. I was more talking with legendary beasts. Stuff I'd really like to sink my teeth into crafting.
Okay. Just standing there letting him talk.
Well, since you asked, definitely on a legendary beast, there's a lot of rumors of things I could craft out of there, so I'd definitely like to take what's the term, stab in the night at it. Well, some of the specialties I have done over time. Oh, yeah. Yes, horned one.
I do believe it is stab in the dark.
That would make more sense. But nice synonymous with dark, isn't it?
Depends on your eyesight.
Yeah. Huh. What's the point? Well. So, there is some things I have generally... I have one popular item that can be made out of ankeg mandibles, a bow in particular. Those are kind of popular to do. And another one I've always wanted to actually get a chance to make is called is a spear that's crafted with the horn of a unicorn. And there's the Phantasmal Cloak itself. That'll be a fun little thing to craft. Then there's teeth of a pit fiend I can use to make daggers. And like I said, any of the ancient elementals, the elder beings, I could definitely make something out of them. It'd be a good way to pay respect to such legendary beings, as they eventually have to die. They're going to continue to upset the balance of nature.
Fair enough. You wouldn't happen to have a catalog with all this in it, would you? Something we can, reference if we do run across any of these things. We know what to grab.
Well, it depends. It all oftentimes when it comes to cases of someone actually built something out of them, they weren't able to kill. They weren't able to kill it, and they just were able to get a lucky off one. Some were more spotted. Are y'all more wanting information on the beings themselves, or what?
Anything? Do you have a better idea? I'm looking for anything that you can have use for. If we run across it out in the world, would we keep an eye out for it to bring it to you? Is what I'm asking.
Perhaps where we could track these creatures.
You definitely have to up your game a bit, depending on how well you handle that cloaker anyways. But there's a few that I'm aware of when it comes to just personally knowing these ancient beings. Some are so well hidden you wouldn't know about them. And in particular, I heard rumors about this from my tribe. It was an old rumor. There's the one known as the Deep Torch. That one's said to be an ancient fish that glows this luminous light from it. Said to reside in some of the deepest parts of the ocean. Apparently, it has some ancient ties to the water plane, and was but also happened where it crossed over to the plane of lightning, and now it has and now this lightning courses through it at all times, forming a light in the darkness. Said it keeps it all in some orb. That orb, that's got to be valuable. And this one's more of a rumor I heard about from the dwarves. But apparently the lord of the northernmost mountains, known as Fenrir, is supposed to be a wolf of good 5 times the size of any dire wolf. Fangs itself are said to be made icicles, and the entire being's seems to just give off winter and bring it with him. Sounds dreadful, honestly. Not sure what would be really useful if its teeth are made of icicles, but gotta be something to that thing to be useful. Yeah. Another one that's also native to my tribe. That one's known as the River Spirit. Said to be this giant long eel that's lived in the river for the longest time. Said to be the old lord of it before the hags took it over.
The hags?
Yeah. I guess you don't spend much time around Shade Grove, do you?
Just confirming. It is the same ones we thinking about.
Well, there's multiple in the area. See, generally there's the Shade Grove Coven you have to worry about, but lately in my area there was another group that spawned up. Bunch of water hags that have seemed to fallen under their rule. Some of the hag covens across the continent have been rumored to all seem to pledge their allegiance to Shade Grove. Probably avoid getting themselves all killed, though. Smart tactical survival decision.
Okay.
Because they've done a good bit to upset the balance, since the forest spirits also said to have disappeared ever since they've appeared. forest spirit itself is, if not known, was said to be this being that would appear in multiple forms across the forest. Kinda similar to one of them, funny enough. Commonly taking a form of a stag. But that one hasn't appeared in a good... it's been a while. Stories I've heard of it, sightings of it, disappeared around a good 200 years ago, I'd say. And that's around the time the Shade Grove really started to grow as well. That one, I don't know what we'll call it. It had many names, but generally it was just called the Forest Spirit. But I think the elves that lived there at one point, simply called it Sistaga.
Okay.
Apparently, it literally translates to just the stag. It's simple but effective, I guess.
Well, we have a horse named Horse, so...
I mean, why would you name it anything else? It serves its purpose, then you eat it when you're done with it.
Question.
Yes?
How many of these covens are out in this forest?
Well, primarily the forest is only occupied by the Shade Grove. But occupying the rivers, the rivers and the coven of water ones, they were known as the Swamp Coven for the longest time. They were in our area, but we were able to push them back, and they decided to take to the river instead, where they met less resistance. To clarify, my village is on the west side of the Shade Grove and a swamp bordering it. As far as I know, our village has made peace with the Shade Grove, but they didn't really care much for the river hags, and now they're kind of stuck with them.
So you have these two hag groups fighting over territory.
No. There might have been a fight at one point, but the river hags gave up. As of now, it seems they have pledged their allegiance to them out of necessity for survival. Because they can't really get away to the Feywild, or they just get followed there.
Mhm.
Your group seems to have an interest in the Shade Grove, and that's not a good thing.
Well, to be perfectly fair, since coming to this city, we've heard tales of the Shade.
Oh yeah, everyone's got a story about them. It's one of the few constants on this continent. Is that in this area, everyone's had a story with them.
I guess it's more curiosity from travelers.
Well, they tell these stories about them, so you know to fear them. So it makes sense.
Yet another reason to stay away from these woods, huh? And I tap on Amarok.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, it doesn't stop some of the ones that have made their home there.
True. Your people must be haughty to live out there with surrounded by hags?
No, like I said, we live on the western side of the Shade Grove, not directly in their territory. The more foolhardy like to make their way in there. But their kind has always been stuck in their ways. Didn't.
Well,
You weren't getting us confused with the forest folk, were you?
No, it's just that you live close to these people, so it's still dangerous for you, even though you don't live in their territory.
Nah. The forest folk won't bother you if you don't bother them. They're too peaceful by nature.
Well,
Not
we
the-
are.
Wait, what?
I was just saying that while we are out traveling, we will look for these beasts, these legendary creatures.
Good. Yeah. Good luck if you're going to be looking for them. They're literally ancient beings for a reason. A lot of things have tried to kill them, but nothing succeeded so far. Well, these ones anyways, of course. Plenty of the primordials from that era have been killed over time. These are just the ones left over from that original war. In particular, if you don't know what's considered before the time of civilized era and the era of chaos, that's when the primordials ruled this world. So these are just a remainder of those primordials that existed in those times. Generally why they're so sought after by the rune crafters and people of my kind.
Question though, would you have any value in the lesser versions of them?
You mean elementals?
Yes.
Alchemy's not really my forte.
Understood.
I know a seller for it, so if you wanted me to act as an intermediary, I can give you some money for something, but that's the extent of it.
Just trying to see that if we were to hunt down some of the lesser as well as this legendary, if it would be of value to you, but understood.
I talked to that Eldrin fellow in the research ward. The air folk. Apparently he uses that stuff for his ruins and things. I've heard him mention before that he was seeing if I had any parts of those beings to use in his tattoo work, so that's an option if you do get a hold of these parts.
We'll keep that in mind.
If anyone has anything else, there you go. Otherwise, I've got what I came for.
Friend, do you not still have that bug material?
Who, me?
Yes.
I got acid, which I gave to the Lady of the Wood.
Oh wait, no, I have the bug material. Forgot which of us had it for a sec. What would you be able to do with this? And I put the bug material from the those giant like centipede like creatures.
Oh, this I can work with. I'll just have to get some banshee hair, and I can form you a very fine bow out of this.
Banshee hair. What is a banshee?
Banshee's a very dangerous ghost creature.
You can get hair from a ghost.
Yeah, it's one of the strange things that's solidified and stays behind. It's like a momentum of the woman that it once was.
Right. And if we got some of this hair, what could you do with it, bow-wise?
I could turn it into a bow that could shoot acid.
That's interesting. But until we have this banshee hair, I think I will hold on to armor.
Can't say I blame you. Other than that, I'm not an armor myself, but I've heard of people making armor out of their shells. So you may find someone interested in that.
Duly noted, but this bow that you mentioned has me intrigued. I think I'll look out for this banshee and get her hair. Perhaps as a memento.
If you give me some extra money, I'm sure I can find a resource to get the hair. But if you want to hunt for it yourself, I respect that.
How much would you hunting down this banshee would take?
Oh, look, the commission for the bow would be 600 gold. Finding the banshee hair on top of it will be another 200.
Question though. So if I bring you the raw materials, would that not knock anything off of that price?
It'd just be 600.
Well, I'll be on the lookout for a banshee then.
I respect
Get
it.
her.
I'd
like to have a more hands-on approach. Maybe she gives me a piece of her hair as a locket, memento.
Heh, that's foolhardy. Well, what about the angel folk? Y'all want anything?
I'm good right now. Thank you.
I think I'm good.
Alright. Okay. Which, actually, Luna and Maddie, y'all have vaguely heard of Wizard Folk before, because they, their swamp actually borders your home country.
Interesting. The fact that the place is so close to home.
Yeah. There's always been a mixed relationship between the two races, so he's actually been eyeballing you strangely the entire time you've been in there. Not really making an effort to hide it either.
Maddie just looks at him with a smile. I mean, she's been isolated her whole life. She knows that there's probably something going on between them, but she doesn't know it completely. She's just like...
Yeah, we're kind of clueless in this, so...
So she's just like, he keeps looking, so I'm just gonna smile until he stops.
I don't smile, I just kind of awkwardly stand behind everyone else.
Well, if that is all, I hope you come back, so I feel like I gotten something back for giving you all that information for free.
Don't worry, we will come back. I'll come back with your banshee. And you can make my bow.
Good. Hopefully the land spirits will guide you until you find some real prime material for me to work with.
Then may the land spirits guide you too, friend. And then Marcus turns and kind of just like struts out.
Cyrus just sort of like breaks his disguise like stiff composure and does his normal Cyrus bow, and then goes right back to his like disguised stance and walks out.
What was the point in that? I could smell you anyways.
I know, but it's not for you. And continue walking.
He doesn't have an eyebrow to cock, so he just kind of tilts his head to the side like, eh. Well. Alright then, get out of my shop. The light's starting to annoy me. He starts to blow out the lights around the place.
This is more my setting. Yeah, now what?
I would like you to leave if you're not going to buy anything.
Oh no, I was already walking. Just as the lights are dimming, it's like, oh, this is actually kind of better. Yeah. But yeah.
Okay. I mean, I was already at the door as soon as we were done.
Everyone else done left, so I was just like, yeah, this is pleasant.
Yeah. I feel like Cyrus was like the last one, just kind of like saying those things knowing that the shopkeeper would hear me. But yeah, now that we're outside, well, now what?
First thing first is that when we're outside and a clear of the door so where the shopkeeper can't see, Marcus casts precipitation on himself because he had to walk through that bone and hair and door multiple times.
I mean, it's probably not people, per se.
Does it make it better that it's not people or not? It's hair and bone hanging from a doorway.
Just think, you have hair on you and bones inside of you.
Yes, my
always
bones
touching
are in.
them.
Yes, my bones are inside of me. My hair's on my living scalp.
I just don't see the difference.
I could get used to these horns though. Once the burning goes away. Also, DM, how long were we in there? Like, time-wise?
Just about 10 minutes.
Okay. I could get used to these horns, by the way. After the burning goes away, it's, easier to handle.
You hear him say, "You know I can hear you, right?"
That's rude.
Well, yes, eavesdropping.
Standing
right?
outside my shop.
Yes, but we are in a public street. You are inside of a building. Eavesdropping, and like Marcus will walk further away from the building.
Alright. Y'all walk off the dock and back onto the main street.
You know, while I'm at it, I just want to give this a go. And then, because it says that as long as I'm concentrating on it, and as long as it lasts, I can switch between. So, Marcus is going to make himself look like a satyr. Okay, that was painful. That was painful. Bone structures got switched into hooves.
Yeah, walking ain't right. You ain't walking right now.
Oh god, the hair on my leg it's so intense. It so intensely burns.
Also, is the road like smooth or is it like rough stone? Like uneven?
Your boots.
A mix of both.
Yeah. Marcus is like walking like someone who put on heels for the first time. He's on stilts, basically.
Oh, do any of you need anything else to prepare?
I just need to
A
train.
greater potion I have to make eventually.
We can have potions on us while we are at this competition. They aren't magical, but I don't know how they feel about that. We still don't know all the rules of this place.
Well, no matter what they allow, I would like to have it. If we can have it, great. If we can't, then I put it with everything else. Because I'm always going to need it after this.
Then how about we cut out the middleman and me and you make some potions then?
That's what I'm saying. I have the ingredients to make my greater healing potion. If we can get more, we can make more.
So you can currently make one. So are we trying to get one for everyone in the group?
I'm just making what I have.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that would be back in the Alchemist District then. While we're on the side of town, though, I do want to look around to see if I see any store that, just at a glance, that may hint at being an alchemical shop or a herbalist shop.
In the Advent Ward?
Yeah, while we're on this side of town.
Not that you see. It seems most of the shops in this area, really just a few little food stalls and Shawnee's little shop, and that's it. There isn't really a lot in the whole craftsman side of things.
Well, okay. Seems that the alchemical side of town has cornered the market on that, so we will have to go back there. The sooner we get from this side of town, the better. Hello?
Okay, so y'all make your way over to the back to the research ward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we get to that side of town, Marcus will drop Alter Self once we're no longer on the other side.
I feel like an hour might have passed, so Disguise Self is already gone.
Yeah. Well, yeah, by the time we get back, it's just passing the hour mark, and as you make it back in the home turf, yeah, there's some places to find potions stuff. Y'all just want to go back to the guild?
I guess, yeah.
I just need a train. That's all I need to do right now.
Well, Maddie, Luna, I know that you two were checking the mail every single day. Is that something you might want to do today?
Have we checked it yet today?
You have not.
Check that sucker.
Okay.
Then, yeah, let us go with you. I mean, we might as well stay together.
Okay. Unfortunately, none of you have seemed to got any mail, actually.
Well, just gotta check it every single day. While we're in town, at least.
Yeah.
Emerald, do you know if the Alchemical Guild sells any more exotic items? But I have this one potion I want to make, but I don't... We have not fought a dragon, and hopefully don't have to at some point, but there's this one potion I could make, but I would need a particular part from a dragon.
It just depends on what they have in stock. It's not a set thing. They get what they get.
Well, sure. First, potions, though. Health potion. Let's focus on that.
Okay. So yeah, knowing where you'd find a majority of stuff, you go inside the alchemical supply store, and the guy behind the counter is just like, "Oh yeah, well, y'all know I haven't cleared us out pretty good, but we got some stuff left over." Now, just raw material wise, we got the material to make 2 crater healing potions and 4 regular.
And how much would that
After that, we'll
material?
probably cleaned out for a bit.
You know, how much would that run us to get the whole lot?
Well, for the greater, that'd be 300 gold for all of it.
DM, can I make an insight if it sounds like they're charging us like a higher price just to see?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh!
From what you're experiencing, that's a pretty fair price for most markets.
Alright. Yes. I'll pay for some of those. I put 100 gold up.
What are you going for, though?
There's 300 gold piece for... We will get the greater... To get the greater and lesser potions material, we would need to pay a total of 300 gold for all of the material. So we
are going for all of it, though. That's what I'm asking.
Yes, we want as many of these potions as we can get.
Samrock, what you know for like the raw materials just to make greater, you need like 100 gold for 100 gold per each. Then the regular ones would be like 25 each.
Just confirming we are going for all of them. Not he's asking for specific ones.
No, I'll
put up 100 as well.
Yeah, put 100 towards. So we need one more 100. No one else steps up.
Cyrus can.
Oh yeah, I can. I
Okay. Well, there we go. 300 gold.
All right, thank you. That pretty much has cleared out, and he does not have any dragon parts either.
Dang it. I hope I don't have to kill a dragon to get this one part.
Oh, come on, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could all die.
Yeah, as a person who has tasted death multiple times, I'm not looking forward to it. Another dose.
It's acquired taste.
Yeah.
Acquired taste means you just get used to it. I don't want to get used to it.
But I've died I've almost died many times. I've almost gone a month without dying, guys. That's a record for me at this point.
I haven't. I almost killed my friendly fire.
I almost died at the warehouse. That was fun.
Oh, it wasn't.
All right. And with all y'all's shopping done, now I guess it goes into the actual downtime side of things. So,
well, actually,
y'all.
There's one thing that I would like to do, but
yeah, I as well.
Cyrus would be like, "Do you mind if I just kind of take a stroll? I kind of have some things I want to think through."
That's ominous, but sure.
And Cyrus is gonna.
Dreadsawyer. Hey, Dreadsawyer kind of speaks up. Shall I escort you?
No, it's fine. I can disguise myself.
If you need me. Make the call of the sparrow.
Before you go, Maddie, Luna, you're going to be staying with us, right? Or are you going?
Well, I'm dragging her to the training room, so.
Yeah.
Mind if I have
We're
your
gonna go
earpiece
train
real
some
quick?
more.
What?
Mind if I have your earpiece real quick? The earpiece I gave you.
Maddie,
Yeah. Here you go.
you got it.
Just in case, Cyrus. I mean, you're walking the city alone. We're being pursued. I give him one of the sending stones.
Well, thank you. Well,
Just in case of emergencies.
I understand. And Cyrus is going to just sort of like start walking off. And as he gets out of sight, I'm actually going to cast Disguise Self again. But it's going to look very similar to Cyrus. But his hair is going to be a little bit... It's going to be like a dark black with like a little bit shorter. And his complexion is going to be a little bit clearer. So not as pale. And he's going to head towards the Messengers Guild.
Okay.
And before I go in, I would also like to cast Enhance Ability on myself.
Okay. What ability?
Advancement on Charisma.
Gotcha. Alright then. Well, you wait through the line, eventually get to the front, and the lady up front's like, good evening, sir. How can I help you?
Ah, yes. I'm actually looking to check my mail and possibly send a letter out.
Of course.
The name is Sorry Storm Fury.
Okay. Alright then. Let me check. And she's quiet for a second, and she comes back. Sir, are you... Did something happen? That address was actually in our records, then it was wiped for a bit.
Yeah, I kind of had a bit of an accident, but I'm back now. It's kind of need to tell somebody I'm safe.
Oh, of course. I'll make a charisma check real quick, because they kind of look like they're not sure what to do with this.
Alright. So roll with advantage.
Yeah.
See, there's one. And two. 21.
Alright. Well, yeah, it's a crazy world we live in. It happens. Let me unlock the account, make sure you're okay. She goes, then she comes back shortly after. It appears before you there's two letters actually for you.
Oh, who are they from?
One is seems to be from I'll be honest, it's written in Elven, so I don't recognize it.
Oh, it's probably my mother.
Oh, okay. Okay, we have that one, then... Oh, that's interesting. This one actually has a seal on it.
A seal?
Yeah, from the Galpray house.
Oh. Well, thank you. Do you mind if I also send a letter out?
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's to my mother, Nahara.
Oh, I see. Yeah. All right. Okay. Feel free to. Do you have the letter with you, or?
I need to write it real quick. It shouldn't take long.
She kind of looks at the line and sighs, like, "You go ahead."
Thank you. And I'm just gonna write "I'm safe," and then S, like signed S.
All right.
And that'll be it.
And she gets this, like, all right. That'll be 5 gold then.
Sure, my pleasure.
All right. Thank you. All right. And as you're walking out of the room, do you want me to say what the letters say, or do you want me to message it to you?
Sure. Actually, yeah, like, tell me what the letters say, I guess.
Okay. You open the first one from Nafara. Into, it's all right. It isn't true, right? You're okay, aren't you? Just, if anything happened, you can always come home. Just let me know. They're saying you can't be found, and I want to make sure you're okay. Just, please come back. Sign, your mother.
And what about the other one?
And you open the other one, and you do recognize the house it's from.
Mm-hmm.
You open it, just kind of weird that the house sent it to you. Then you instantly realize from the handwriting, it isn't who you think it is. You see actually different writing. It's all right. I was hoping to meet you before all this happened. I've kind of had a habit of cleaning up our mutual acquaintances' messes, put some quotation marks. You'd be surprised that me and you have a little more in common than you think. I just wanted to make sure you're okay. If you could reach out to me, I let you know. I'd be willing to help you if you're in some kind of mess. I heard you went missing, so I wanted to see if this letter could somehow reach you. Just take a shot in the dark. I'd like to meet you. So, and the name is signed. Sal Galfrey.
Okay. And I guess, could you also send me those later?
Yeah, I can.
Alright, awesome. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
And then I guess Cyrus will just kind of tuck the letters, in his pouch and then go sort of like around a corner, turn back into Cyrus.
Okay. But to clarify, you kind of realize why the first time you checked through your name it didn't show up, because to the official records, that name just wasn't there.
Yeah. And then I'll just kind of meet back with the group.
Okay. Alright. And Amarok, what was the thing you wanted to do?
If I can, spot Kiara, anywhere, I'd like to talk to her first.
Okay. It takes
Do
you
I
a bit.
see her anywhere?
You don't see her. She's usually out of sight most of the time, so you usually have to talk to the people that know she exists to find her.
Talk in general, hoping she'll answer. Just call out to her.
No, more check with a check with Myra and some of the other Myra Rawl and Mugen, people like that, if they have an idea where she is. Because usually one of them has an idea where
I'll
she
go
is.
find her then.
Okay. Yeah, Myra's able to point you. Is like, oh, she's studying right now, and she points to one of the rooms that's supposed to be just a storage closet, but Rawl kind of has set to be a study room for her.
Okay. Okay, you're cutting out on me a little bit, but I got the gist of it, where she is. Go there and talk to her.
Okay. Okay. As you come in, she's like, "Oh, hey, what's going on?" As she's looks very bored next to a pile of books.
Hello. Oh, now I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I see you're having fun.
Yeah, it's all make me learn all this important stuff again, my dear brother.
It will help you in the future, though. But, kid, I have a
Learning
favor
about
to
the
ask.
history of Tiamat, I don't know how that'd help.
Yeah, kid, I have a favor to ask, if you don't mind. You can say no, because it's not really something you should be involved with, but you're my best bet to see it done.
Ooh, a secret. Oh, what you got for me?
I need you to meet me after dark. I have to go somewhere, and I need your help to do it.
Okay. Yeah, I like this. Feeding into the streak I'm going into right now, I'm interested. Where would we meet at?
I
we
just
have
have
code
to
names?
point out, though, no, you're not going to be going with me, but you can move unseen. Can you make me that as well?
For about an hour, I can.
That's all the time I'll need.
Where are you going?
It's nowhere you need to be concerned with. Everything will be fine.
Oh, come on, that's not fair.
Kid, I'm not doing this because I'm worried about you getting in trouble. I'm doing this because you're important to me. Okay? You don't need to be involved with this.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, goodness. Persuasion, okay. Because I'm so good at those.
Aye. Solid.
18 though.
It's like, okay, fine, I'll do it. Just the one I could do as soon as you do an action, it'll break it. So you got to be careful.
All right. Okay, just meet me out front and we can go from there. After dark. But
Okay.
I'll leave you to your evil dragon gods now.
It's definitely mine. As you leave her to it, no one else had anything they're wanting to do, right?
I just had things I was gonna make, but if we can do this part first.
No,
Yeah,
oddly enough, the literal teenagers are probably one of the most boring ones right now.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say you do all your crafting in 2-week time. So, just so at night in front of store, Amrock, you're sitting out there in the dark waiting. There's kind of a light traffic going on. The next thing you know, hooded short figure bumps into you. Oh, sorry, I'm here.
Okay. Again, I'm going to say you don't have to be involved with this. I'm giving you this option.
Well, if it's dangerous, I want to make sure you're not going to do it and not helped.
All right, just whenever you're ready.
Just be careful and come back. And she touches you and casts invisibility on you.
All right. Okay. Can I retcon this that I'm stripped of all armor and weapons and everything magical? I am bare bones here.
Sure.
Barefoot, yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. And I'm just gonna invisible hug her, I guess. You're a good kid. You really are.
Go, you have an hour.
Okay. Okay, then. I am going to run to where I think the Silverblood Guild Hall is. Okay. If it took us an hour of walking, or less than an hour of walking to get here, I have 40 foot of movement. Okay. I can go over buildings if I have to. I can reach a total of 23 feet jumping straight up. I am mobile.
All right. You make it over there, hurrying a bit, so there's definitely some eyes going at you, but you make it there in about 20 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
You find the building itself. It's kind of unremarkable, but it's a building that has has the name Silverblood on it and has the holy symbol of Fenrir on it.
Okay. Making some assumptions here. They're a guild that doesn't produce anything but warriors. Okay. They're going to have a guard presence, but it's not going to be protecting anything but their general building. Okay. And you said it was summer, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's no air conditioner.
It's kind of toward the end of. It's getting toward the end of summer. Yes.
Okay. The thought process is they're going to have windows unlocked on higher levels because who's going to be able to get to those? Okay. I'm going to try to get in a window up top, if nothing else.
All right. Make an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. All right. Okay. Oh, that's not good.
All right. So you do see there is a guard. You're not making any major noise right now, so no need for stealth. You just kind of ease in on the porch, keeping an eye out. He doesn't look like he's just lazing on it. He actually looks like he is looking around. So you get the idea that he is being pretty well alert. You make your way to the side of the building, and eventually you are right. You do find a window open on the second floor. There's these hanging down porches all along the side of it. You're trying to find a way to make your way up to them. The way the roof's built, the pillars go into under the roof, and the roof hangs over a bit, so you can't really fully athletics climb your way up there. But eventually you find a building close enough that you think you could probably get from one to another. And you try and run up the side and jump. But you mistime it and jump a little short and land solidly on the ground, making a little bit of an impact noise.
Alright. Assuming they're not going to do that, or... Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try again. I'm getting in somehow.
Okay. Go ahead and do it again.
Okay. Athletic or acrobatics, yeah. Okay, then.
With that first one, you know just how you need to do it, and you run up the side of the building and quickly jump off and are able to grab the bottom of it. And quick pull up, you pull yourself onto the building. All right, you're currently on the second floor balcony. You see some of the room. You see some of the rooms are occupied with people just doing various tasks. Make a perception check.
Perception.
Ah, 15. You do see one window that seems to be open, but is you don't see anyone in it. But you get closer, and you see the person in it. Seems like they fell asleep reading. They're currently laying on their bed in the room.
What I'm looking for is the most grandiose door. I'm looking for the leader is what I'm looking for. Or someone in charge. It doesn't have to be the leader, just someone higher up.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
Stealth check. Alright. With this bit advantage because I'm invisible, or...
Yeah, it'd be advantage, because You are invisible.
Okay. Oh, goodness.
Ooh.
Okay, yes, good thing that's advantage.
Yeah. So you're making your way across, looking at each window, trying to find someone that looks important. And eventually, toward the end, you do see what looks like an actual study.
Okay.
You're not finding a room per se, but you do find a study that has that looks pretty well put together, actually.
Okay. And there's a guy in there, correct?
There's not a guy in there currently.
Okay. Heck, I'll go in.
Okay. All right. You see the window is actually shut to this room, though.
Okay.
And the window is locked, but you think you may be able to slide a dagger in there and pop open the window.
Okay.
So just make it a general dex roll.
Dex. Not advantage. Alright, 16.
Good.
A quick slide of a dagger, you pop the window right open.
Alright.
You slide it open and start to look into the room. You see it's a nice little study, pretty well stocked, and you see an actual door leading out another way into a room that didn't seem to have a window.
Okay.
Kind of has a grandiose look, not too fancy, but you're getting an idea this could be the officer quarters.
Okay, can I try that door? I want to see someone face to face is what I'm getting at.
So you just try and turn the knob?
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay. You turn it and it opens.
Okay, I'll go in.
Right.
I will not shut the door
Quickly.
behind me yet.
And as that's happening, you hear a voice in there, "Hello?" And as the door opens, there's a man standing in there, simply wearing his night robes right now, and just with a pair of reading glasses on. Looks like he's reading a book. The man himself's pretty decent shape, older fellow. Just has salt and pepper hair and kind of a handlebar mustache going into sideburns.
Would I get any sort of invitation? This would be the leader, like the one that was described to us, the royalty guy.
Well, he definitely has the fanciest room out of everybody, but royalty, no.
Okay.
You think he's just a local commander at the most. But as he's standing there in the darkness, sees the door just open, he's just like, "Anyone there? Or is that the wind?"
I'm just going to shut the door behind me and just a very audible lock it.
Are you telling him to lock it?
I'm locking it.
Okay. And as soon as you do that, he yells last again, "Intruder!" and reaches for a sword he has leaning against the wall.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna, as calm a voice as I can, say, "We don't have to be enemies." You know that, right?
Right now, a ghost talking to me seems like an enemy.
There's no way for me to actually drop invisibility, is there?
You could, like,
Okay, I'm going to
I'd say
will
you
that
could
happen.
drop it.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna drop it then, assuming he knows who I am.
You drop it. Scarf's like, "You. Yeah, you're that werewolf they found lately."
Yeah.
So he's saying we don't have to be enemies. And I've literally made it part of my task to hunt your kind.
I'm not telling you to stop what you're doing. Okay? I'm telling you I am not your enemy. Okay? The ones I am with are not your enemies. We are on the same side, whether you like to believe it or not. Hello?
You saying there's such thing as a good monster, I take it?
In a way, yes.
If your kind continues to live, you'll just keep spreading. It's one of them you gotta pull up root and all. I'm sorry, our beliefs are different, but it's the oath I've taken. And from what I've seen, even if some may disagree, it's the justice I believe in.
So you're telling me you know there's a cure out there for what? Disregarding that completely, you just kill them outright.
Cure? What cure? If outside some divine intervention, there hardly is any.
You have the symbol of your god out there and refuse to believe that he can help you at all.
Yes, I believe he's tasked us with hunting your kind before you end up being a nuisance to society. And around that time, you hear knocking at the door, yelling, "Commander! Commander! What's going on?"
You tell them to go away. I'm not here for blood.
You're making this difficult, actually. You may not, see me this way, but from what I saw at that arena, you can do a whole lot more damage than just simply break into my room. Along with those twins of yours.
Good.
Okay.
See, that's exactly the point I'm trying to make. Okay, man's sacrifice and pain. Okay, I went through all I've went through, and I'm choosing to be on your side. Nothing to you. I am trying my best here.
Make a persuasion check, but disadvantage.
Oh, God. I would like for y'all to know I am shaking.
Oh, that would have been good. That would have been so good.
Man, I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Still, 12 isn't the worst in the world.
I'm not a tactful character. I'm a very blunt person.
Really wish you brought one of us with you.
Yeah, but that would involve a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
I know, but you just suck at persuasion.
Suck at speaking.
He just kind of plants his scabbard into the ground and leans on it. When I was just a boy, I had to watch from a cell as a vampire literally drained the life out of both my parents. Though he may look human, there's nothing human about him. So I've learned there's some people, no matter how human they look or act, there's just nothing but darkness underneath. Some just shows different than others. I'm afraid no matter how flowery your words are, ain't nothing.
Friend, a normal human's just capable of evil as any monster.
And I smite them under my sword all the same.
So you're judging me for just the potential of what I can do. And those girls out there. We've done no evil. But you're just assuming for what we are.
What I've seen, you do a lot. Your kind usually does a lot more worse than good.
How many cases have you seen of me? Someone who comes to you to speak to you, try to work things out. I don't want this to be about bloodshed. You know exactly what I am, okay? You've seen what I can do. Okay? I've come unarmed, in person, to speak with you.
You're always armed.
Am
Men, wait at the door in case he runs. And he's going to charge at you with his blade.
Okay, then I will run. Just hoping they don't have time to react to that.
Make an initiative check real quick.
Initiative, okay.
Okay. He rolled an 8.
I rolled a 13.
The others,
Woohoo!
they rolled a nat.
Okay.
All right.
Would I
So
get action on this?
Yeah, you go ahead and go. I was just determining something in my head.
Okay. So I'm going to just open the door and book it. Shove past anyone I can. If I can take an action, I will take the dodge action. I
As
said
you
I'm gonna
do,
blood, and I'm going to stick with that.
you see a few men, 4 in particular, all standing there, just armed with small weapons. But they all see you there. Make an athletics check to push your way past them.
Okay.
15 still.
So, currently, okay, 15. You are able to actually burst your way through them as they're taken aback by your hulking form, and you just barrel your way past them and run straight out the window.
I am
Currently, and you see eyes on you in every direction. Make a dex save real quick as you get off the roof.
We're just having
Right.
a roller coaster here.
Yeah. 24.
So you just jump out the window and just full on just roll out and land with a tumble. And you stand up and you're off in a full sprint. Make one more dex save.
Looks good.
Okay. With the final one, you hear twangs and twangs of bowstrings as you see crossbow bolts just start to slam around you. One does clip you in the shoulder for 14 damage.
Okay.
But you make it out. And for this final one, make an athletics check. Or possibly final one.
Possibly, yeah. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
That was almost scary.
Yeah. You see some have taken to the streets and are running after you. The Garden Tick is running after you. But with your movement speed, you are gone. They have no chance of catching up to you. As you quickly dive between alleyways and other pathways that you know better than anyone. You being from this city, you know it better than all these foreigners. Outsiders better, but still. And eventually, you make your way back to the guild. and quickly after you feel a light punch in the stomach as you see Kiara just manifest in front of you. What the hell are you doing? What did you do?
Just starry-eyed, just fall down to knees and hug her. Just, I had to try, kid. I had to try.
She hugs you very confused. It's okay, oh god, there's a bolt in your shoulder.
Yeah, things didn't go well.
Oh man, here, let me patch you up. And she takes you to her side storage room and gets the bolt out and bandages it up the best she can.
I'm sorry, kid.
Just, you made it back, but don't want to get hurt like this. As she rips the silver bolt out and is just like, oh god. You went to the people that Rawl was ranting about, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, he told me hopefully some of his acquaintances can do something about them. Rawl told... Oh, I'm not supposed to tell you this, but Rawl said he's actually trying to get them out of the city right now.
Yeah, I wish you would have told me.
Well, Rawl won't talk about these acquaintances. I'm only... because the one I met, there's probably a reason why.
See, that's just it. Like, the way you make that sound, it doesn't sound like they're going to talk to them. I don't want that. They're misguided, but they're not evil.
I mean, I don't think Rawl's going to start a fight. It's... I don't know. These people are sketchy. That's the best way I can put it. Especially, just there's one I think of that's affiliated with me. I just always get an off vibe about him. He's always staring at me like he's dissecting me with his eyes. He's creepy. I don't know. He's always very inquisitive about me for some reason.
Well, maybe it'll be sorted. I've done what I can. I've offered the hand of friendship. I've done what I can.
I don't know. Just there's... If you meet a guy named Rickon, I don't know, I get chills every time I see him. Just something seems familiar about him and something I just can't stand about him. He's this full elven person that Rawl talks to every now and then. Rawl always calls him a supplier. It's always gotten him really obscure ingredients and stuff. He's affiliated with this... He's apparently affiliated with one of the guilds in town, and shortly after the arena, a representative of them came by. Oh, also that sleepy guy came by.
Okay, so my fun day just keeps getting funner.
Yeah, I was meaning to tell you all that. He's actually sleeping in the room next to y'all now.
Alright, we can handle that in the morning.
Okay. I've been spying on him for you. That's all he does. He just sleeps. I'm genuinely concerned. Like,
he's special. Just let him do his thing. As long as he's not causing problems, just leave him alone. Don't talk to him. Okay?
Alright, Dad.
Please don't.
Oh, he said apparently his job was just to keep an eye on you, make sure you guys were alright because of interested parties, and she puts up air quotes.
Alright then.
Rawl called him a weirdo, and I agree. I like sleeping, but not as much as he does.
No. He, I don't know. I've used all of my words today. I'm a bit short on conversation.
Just, be careful and get some rest.
You too, kid. We don't need Raw finding out about this again. Don't go to bed. I'm gonna go do the same.
Yeah, I'm getting better about keeping secrets from him.
This is the fun stage of your life. It's fun to have a few secrets.
I'm just getting nervous in this stage. But I've also made friends, so that's great.
You just gotta get out there. You're a fun kid. Everybody loves you.
I'm still not supposed to.
Raw's looking out for you, but he takes it a bit too extreme. Just deal with him. You'll be your own person soon enough.
Why? Is the outside world really that scary?
A perfect example is what I just went through tonight. Things don't ever go to plan. Just things fall through. Nothing happens like it should. The world's just unfair. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just, it is. This is how you see it.
Are me, you, and Rawl really monsters?
Everyone's a monster to someone.
Well, I don't think Luna and Maddie are monsters. They could be vicious, but they're not monsters.
And neither are we. It's just people see the world differently.
Rickon said I'm special, but that's what he calls it. Rawl somehow thinks being a sorcerer is a curse.
Well, Raw's a stick in the mud. He thinks anything's fun's dangerous and unnatural.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true. He spends all his time messing with alchemy. Boring kind of science. I mean, you just... Oh, wait, you're an alchemist. Oh. I just... I like magic better than alchemy. I'm sorry. Rawl was disappointed when I told him to.
Kid, you do what makes you happy. I'm happy no matter what you do.
Okay. She stands up. She's like, "I'm going to go on an adventure with my sisters one day. That's what I'm going to do."
You do that. Hell, maybe I'll be there with you.
Yeah,
If
my head
I'm
was a good trip, but we may let you come along.
I'd be honored.
Alright, she goes off looking just kind of like throwing her shoulders back, looking a little proud of that statement. Then she turns around. Don't tell them I called them my sisters. That may be embarrassing.
Nothing about what's happened now is going to be said to anyone.
Okay, good. And she walks away. And you make your way back to your room, and as you get in there, around that time, everyone in the room becomes very aware. There's someone snoring on the room next to you.
I didn't realize we had neighbors.
Are you asking me? Am I there?
No.
Yeah, you're
no.
there now.
Yeah, hearing the snoring through the wall, it's just like...
Yeah, it turns out Nick, he's next door. That's the thing we need to be aware of.
Oh, why don't we say hi to him?
let's not. Let's let him wake up, and then we'll find him when he's already awake. Because he doesn't like to be woke up.
That's fair. I can understand that.
Again, I think it's a medical thing with that guy. He really needs to get it checked out. But, so we have what's our general read on this guy? Like, he's sleeping right next to us.
I don't know. I really don't.
Just to be cautious, I'm going to set more alarms. And Marcus pulls out a thread and starts setting extra alarms out.
Hey, and in the chance he's not the intruder, it's going to wake him up, he's going to get pissed, and break down the wall, and take care of our intruder for us.
Exactly.
That's actually a silver lining for once, Cyrus.
Also,
Always looking on the
This
bright side of
will-
life.
with a single thread snap, this entire room will be a beacon that will wake up this entire academy if we're in danger.
In other words,
know-
everyone's going to hate us.
Well, I don't think they hate us. In fact, I think they honestly love me. Like, I've made it far more entertaining here.
Aha.
I get everyone up on time for meetings in the morning because my alarm always goes off at the same time. No one needs to set an alarm.
But if someone actually wanted to sleep in for once, you're kind of a problem for that.
Sleeping in, you don't sleep in. A person of an academic mind, you are supposed to, bare minimum, sleep what you have to sleep in order to sustain yourself, I guess. And then you sustain yourself on coffee the rest of the time.
More of the puzzle pieces are just coming together with you. You realize that, right?
What? That's how I lived in college the entire time. I'd sleep bare minimum what I had to do, wake up early in the morning, have a cup of coffee, do a little work, have another cup of coffee, do a little more work. And then by the end of the day, after my 5th cup of coffee, I enjoy the conveniences of a city.
And, might I mention you now carry around a gun?
Yes, I do. I do, in fact, this gun's design came to me in one of my caffeine-fueled moments.
Of course it did.
That's another piece right there.
I'm telling you, you accomplish a lot if you sleep bare minimum and have substitute energy.
Well,
It's more efficient.
I guess how was your outing, Amarok?
Uneventful.
I can do insight on that.
Yeah, you
Please
can.
don't. I can't lie.
Roll deception, Amarok.
Well, to be fair, the dice have been hating me tonight, so I mean, you could be fine. Or not.
Yeah.
You know he's lying. Also,
Say what?
As he walks in with a bloody bandage, you're the only one that notices that.
if you're passive perception, you also notice that he is bandaged up a bit. Pretty recent wound, too.
Emrock, what did you do?
I fell down the stairs going to the bathroom. So it's kind of embarrassing, and I didn't want to tell y'all that.
Oh yeah, and you also can't see in the dark either, so that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Shut your mouth, it's my lie. I'm gonna go with it. Just hand over face here, just shut up.
Lie.
Maddie just picks up all her twins laying down. And she's like, is there... I'm guessing that's a perfectly good reason for why you're not wanting to tell us.
As I said, I fell down some stairs.
Let me ask this. These stairs that you fell down, did they belong to someone who is later going to try to come after all of us?
I don't know who built this place.
That's a yes.
Well, I'm glad you got cleaned up after your altercation with the stairs.
Did you
I mean,
really
the
spruce the
like,
stairs up?
kicked your butt, man.
I mean, it's shoddy workmanship. There was a nail sticking out. I landed on that. I mean, just, ow, but still.
Interesting. We've had exercises on those stairs for cardio.
I know, we wore them
Never
out.
once saw it. Never once saw a nail. I guess we should all be very careful from now on.
Probably best.
Did you at least
Wait.
hammer that nail down while you fell on it?
Yes, my shoulder blade smashed it in.
Ah, thank you. You've saved us from
You're
that incident.
I suffer so you don't have to.
But if we were
No.
in any danger from these stairs, you would tell us, wouldn't you? You wouldn't let us be defenseless?
We're unaware of anything.
Yes, the stairs are bad.
You just hear knocking on the wall. Keep it down in there.
Sorry.
Except for the snore.
Is this the snoring side of the wall?
Yeah.
Woke him up.
Good, he's awake. Let's go talk to him and forget all about this Sarah incident.
Nah.
Amarok, you gonna go talk to him?
Sure, I will risk getting stabbed a second time to get out of this conversation.
Oh, by the way, Amarok, if you did in fact fall down on stairs here, you could probably make a good bit of coin. Accident on the job.
Well, the stairs are fixed now because I've taken care of the nail. I'm assuming the poor guy who made them is sorry for what he's done.
Mm-hmm. But I think he's right. You should probably look into a claim, because
I mean,
That's
it's not
very
too bad. I ain't
dangerous.
gonna worry about it.
I mean,
It's just a lot of paperwork. I don't feel like writing.
but you said the stairs were very dangerous. So shouldn't
Marcus, you're handy with tools. Can you look at the stairs and fix them and make sure they're up to par?
Sure. I'll go and look at the stairs while you go talk to our narcoleptic friend. And Marcus literally goes out of the room with his tools and goes to... Which stairs might it be?
Them just gesturing at stairs. Just the nearest stairs to me.
Okay.
I just imagine it's just 2 steps. Just 2 steps to go down one level.
Honestly, like I'm digging myself a hole here, but with his passive investigation, would he notice a blood trail coming in from beyond the stairs?
If we're going off of investigation, my passive investigation is 21.
I know.
Let me roll something real quick. Just a second. I just love this. Next week, the initial party commits insurance fraud.
Actually, technically,
You
be Amarok
see-
that does.
You see the handiwork of a spell you know very well, Marcus. It looks like someone was casting prestidigitation on the ground. Trying to clean up some drops of blood that have fallen.
So, and does it look like it's going beyond the stairs of where they were trying to clean, because the area would be way cleaner than the rest of the floor?
It seems to go from the front, if you want to follow it all the way, the front entrance all the way to an innocuous storage room.
I go to the storage room and try to open it.
It is locked.
Is anyone around?
None that you see.
Okay, I try to pick it.
What
How could
do I
you get
a
Emma by
33?
lying?
This is what you did for lying to a detective.
Technically, nothing has changed involving all of us. They still hate us. They're just aware that I didn't want them to hate us.
Are you actually telling us this?
No. I will die on this hill of this lie.
I will
That's
die on the
Apparently.
stairs of this
Right.
lie.
Even though I'm pretty sure
that's
we all
only-
know you're lying.
Oh yeah,
That's
I'm
only-
terrible lying. I turned
Actually-
red.
Yeah.
That's a
Out of just
14.
curiosity, are you actually red right now?
Yes.
That's a 14 to try to pick the lock because I have expertise in thieves' tools.
Nice.
I'd like to point out, neither me or the character are any good at lying, so...
All right, the door opens. Marcus, I need you to make a deck save, actually.
Oh, okay.
You're 19, so you succeed, so take half this damage.
Oh god.
As you take 11 points of lightning damage as you successfully pick the lock, then suddenly a bolt of lightning streaks through your picks, and but you let go just in time, but it still shocks your hands pretty good.
Okay, since I succeeded on my save, would you allow me a reaction then?
What, to absorb element?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, I absorb element till I half the half.
Mm-hmm. So you just shake your hands off. But yeah, this room was trapped. It's clearly more than just the storage room.
Okay. And do I see any more of the same precipitation being cast over and over again in this room?
Yeah, you look and you find it's not a storage room. It's a small little study. Then quickly hear barreling down the hall, just small footprints as you see Kiara sprinting down the hall. All right, who's it? Marcus, what are you doing in my room?
I guess the truth is what were you doing in your room? And I point to the area on the ground where I can see precipitation was being cast.
I plead the fifth. Get out of my room, or you will get zapped again.
Well, I mean, I'll leave your room. This is your property after all. But clearly something was going on. Our friend comes back, he's injured, and precipitation leaves a sign when you don't clear the entire area.
Oh, thank you. You're so astute. You're so smart. God dang it, you're so smart, Marcus. And she walks past you, shuts the door, and just marches off.
Marcus smirks at her and then just kind of walks down the hallway and kind of rubs his hands where they still got electrocuted.
And as you're walking by, you just hear again more knocking. Guys, seriously, keep it down. So, Amarok,
Yeah, I'm walking back to the room at that time.
Are you still rubbing your hands?
Yeah.
See, the stairs got you too, didn't they?
Yeah. The stairs, or oddly enough, there was this nail inside of this storage closet that got me. And I look at Amarok, giving that I know something else is up.
Yeah,
I
like,
don't
I'm an open book, like, oh no, this is bad. I'm cold.
Interesting. So when you fell on the nail, did it propel itself into the storage door?
You know, I thought it got hammered in. It might have deflected out and flew out somewhere. I'm really...
Interesting, because when you fall
Sure.
directly on a nail, it doesn't exactly fly away. It sort of goes where the gravity is going.
See, it's one of life's great mysteries, then, isn't it?
Well, sure.
Not
Let's
really,
talk
if
to
you just tell the truth.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you
I-
do.
That
I hold up my
bit of
hand.
metal punctured my shoulder, and I bled.
Do you mind if
I
I look at
hold
the
up
wound?
my-
I don't want it to get infected.
I hold up my hand to Amarok, and the burnt fingertips. And then I put it away.
Here, Emerald, have a seat. Let me look at your wound. I don't want it to get infected, especially if you fell on a nail. You know, rust and all that could really cause some serious damage.
I'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
No, I'm
Since
serious.
he's
Have a
awake,
seat.
we no, just showing you
I
off.
insist. Have a seat.
Do I need to make an athletics check to resist the 5'4" girl dragging me down?
He has
If you're
dragged
trying
you
to
around
get
before.
to Nick, sure.
Yeah, I'm resisting. I'll fight you.
You're all fine.
Make a contested athletics check to not get medicined.
Oh no.
He's not
He's just
medicine.
coughing, leaning, koalaing you, trying to get you down. He's like, let me look at it. Flailing.
Whoa. Hold on a second.
What are you doing?
Are you both going to jump on? Oh god.
Oh lordy.
Okay.
Spells have been flung.
Oh no.
Okay. Wisdom
Oh,
saving
no.
throw.
Oh no.
Ah!
What happened?
So I'm
That
mid
wall.
here after fighting off the one twin, and then the other one just.
I just imagine I'm hanging off one arm, all of a sudden you go still, and she's like, wait a minute. And she looks at Luna. You know, this wasn't exactly what I had in mind. I just wanted to look at the wound.
Now you can.
So, Maddie, you were
I-
holding on to him, just trying to hold him back. Then he just locks into place, and Amrock just
I'm like-
falls over fused. Holding back.
I'm just dangling. I'm like, wait.
So just rage boiling now, staring at the floor because that's the only thing I can look at.
Well, Maddie's not sure how she feels about this anymore, because at least he could have fought back.
It's only fun if it's a challenge.
No, well, at least you had a chance to fight back. This was sort of just like, no,
Luna,
you don't get the option to fight back. You're holding still whether you like it or not.
Luna.
Maddie's
Maddie.
option was more humane of hey, I want to look you over. Yes, I'm going to require force, but at least you have an option to fight if you didn't want it to happen. This was just I don't care what you think. You're going to sit there and you're going to take it.
Well, fine then. Then I take off whole person and let him fall.
Maddie's
So
still...
Face planted, I can suddenly move again, just slowly rise up and just looking at you. Just not saying a word, just staring.
None of that. And she points to both.
Amara, I can understand wanting to talk to this person next door, and we can definitely do that if that's really what you want to do, but I feel like a conversation is needed to be had. You've been had.
Fine. Fine. Let's go talk.
Do you actually want to talk to this person next door?
No, not really. Well, yes, but no.
Then let's go talk. Back in our room.
I walk back in the room. So, just
And you just hear a sigh of relief from next door, Luna and Amarok.
So I have the body language of just a disappointed child, arms crossed, just hunkered up.
So what the twins look like half the time.
Yeah.
Marcus starts to brew a pot of coffee. Passes it out to everyone who wants one.
I'll take one.
At that point, you notice Cyrus has been sipping on tea, watching this entire thing. He's like, "Oh, thank you." The tea disappears as it was just an illusion. Takes the coffee and actually starts drinking it.
Cyrus is just having a good old time.
Yeah, I imagine he just like watching the spectacle of this giant man, like one arm trying to keep one twin off of him, and she's like dangling. And
I am almost taller than both of y'all combined. Okay.
You were subdued, but you were
Yeah,
subdued by teenagers.
yeah, that's a lot of pride there.
But before we tuck into this, does anyone want any flavor in their coffee, or shall we get right to it?
Oh, let's just get right to it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Amarok,
Yes.
we know something happened, but you are purposely hiding it from us, which means it can't be good. You came back injured. What's going on?
I went to try to make peace with the Silverbloods. And obviously things didn't go how I envisioned or hoped.
So, you think that you can make peace with those zealots?
Honestly, no, but I hoped.
Tell me
Understand that.
something, Amarok. What would you have done if you were not able to make peace and get out of there, is the real question. You would have died and none of us know what happened to you.
Problem then, wouldn't it? It wouldn't have been my problem.
No, it's not.
Cease to exist.
No, it's not. You're traveling with us. You're with us. You're important to us just like any other member of this group. You tell the girls not to run off in danger, but then you run into the hornet's nest and kick it. I'm for peace when peace can be had, but these people tried to kill you first. They tried to kill these two. And they did it without being provoked. We did nothing to them. And yet they came after you three, particularly you three.
It was a small chance that things could have ended peacefully, without bloodshed, without needless death. Okay, we could have. Okay, I tried. That's all I can say is I had to try.
I understand. You have a good heart better than most that you have a good heart better than most that you would forgive someone who tried to take your life. Far more forgiving than I ever would be. But the same goes for this. If you went in there and did not make it out, you would have died there. We'd not known what happened to you. Only assumptions of you disappearing in the night, and we couldn't have found you. We've been traveling together for months now. We've gone through life-threatening situations together. We've come out of this together. We don't come out of this if one of us run into this blindly.
Not being able to hide emotions, he's very obviously tearing up.
And like, Marcus generally doesn't get angry, but he's actually, like, you see actual anger with him. Like, as he's holding onto his cup, his hands are actually shaking.
Yeah, Marcus just became Dad Marcus for the moment.
Taking turns at being dad.
Yep.
I'm up for you seeking peace with these people, if it can be had. But don't do it by yourself. Don't go out dying for something that may not even be achievable. I could have given you an earpiece. I could have given you something that you could have alerted to us if something happened. But if you went in there as you were, then we would have not been able to even come to your aid before it was too late.
You're right. You're right. If I failed and you would have known, you would have came in and killed. I don't want that. Okay. If I failed and I couldn't get out, then it would just be me. Okay. I can accept that. That's one loss.
Yes.
Taken.
And if I found...
I didn't want that. I don't want anyone to die.
Marcus stands up and puts his hands on Amarok's shoulders. Amarok, if you had died in there, and then we later on found out that they had taken your life, there would have been bloodshed. I would have gone in there and put a bullet in every single one of their heads.
Amarok.
So,
Natty looks
if I
up
failed,
in the
no one
corner.
was going to find out.
We've
Yeah,
just
no.
assumed and just went on a rampage on our own.
Maddie speaks up from the corner. She's like, Amarok, and if this is too bold of me to say, but I feel like we're family now. Me and Luna don't have much family, and we've lost a lot. If we were to lose you too because you went somewhere on your own, I don't know how we'd be able to accept that. So don't leave us too, okay?
Trying and very obviously failing to hold back tears.
You three. I look at Maddie, Luna, and Amarok. You're currently being pursued by powerful people who either want you dead or they want you for some other purposes. I don't want any of you thinking that you need to handle this alone or run off. I'm not wrapped up in it like you are. Again, I'm a novice when it comes down to these adventures, but I imagine that when you stay on an adventure with someone, then you don't want to see the people that you've grown close to perish if you can avoid it. If any of you perish because you decided to run off alone, I would feel utterly powerless. I feel like I could have done nothing to help you. And at this point, Marcus actually does start watering a bit, and he tries to hide his face a bit, but he doesn't care.
How about we just all make a promise? We don't do anything stupid. And if one of us is in danger, which is going to be very hard because we all do stupid stuff, but whenever one of us has to go do something, we bring it up to the rest of the party. And we can decide it from there, because like I said, I feel like we are a family now. And I don't want to lose anybody else. Can we just all agree to that?
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that much at least.
Maddie looks to Luna, and she's like, Our dad left, and he didn't come back like he said he would. Please don't do the same.
I'm so sorry. All right.
Marcus will actually grab Maddie, Luna, and Amarok and try to get Cyrus in to just hug together.
Maddie will help with dragging in Cyrus.
So will Luna.
Cyrus isn't going
You'll
to
get
wrap
options.
his arms around anyone. He's just going to be the person just being drug into the hug, and it's we'll tap Amarok on the back, be like, yeah.
It's awkward tapping.
There.
Oh, goodness.
We have multiple people to look out for. We have multiple enemies overhead. We need to stay sharp and stay together.
I was waiting to hear something from the room beside us.
Can
There's
let go of me?
just silence right now, but
I just imagine he's on the other side of the
you
door
swear
just
you just
crying.
hear a muffled groan every now and then.
I would have laughed if you said we just heard sniffles from the other side of the wall.
I know, same.
Now, even though this is a very touching moment, can you let go of me, please?
I'm sorry, Fun Uncle. You're gonna have to stay in this.
Okay, just let me know
We
when you're
keep this
done.
going, it becomes awkward for everyone. We all start sticking together because we're sweating.
And then we break apart because now we don't need the hug ever again because we hugged that long.
Yep.
It's just
Get
one of
all
those
out the way in
hugs.
one go. Oh. Oh,
The silence is broken up by after a long period of all y'all hugging. You just hear snoring in the next room again. Resume.
Oh, goodness.
Well, at least we know he's not going to come kill us.
Yeah.
That also sounds kind of, gives me an idea. Kind of want to go to bed.
Okay.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good idea. Okay, yeah.
That's a good idea.
We do
I
need sleep.
I know I mentioned stupid stuff that we do, but I was worried there for a second. I was like, can we sleep first before we do this? Because we would have done it anyway. So
Oh my
Well,
god.
Yeah, let's get some sleep. We have a busy week ahead to prepare for what's coming next. There is something I do want to discuss with the two of you real quick. Okay, I know that your initial wish is to wish away this curse, but if you were to wish control over it, would that be something you would consider?
I really,
Really?
this power gives me. You ever somehow just feel icky? Like you got something under your skin that you just can't get out?
Every day.
We'll come back to that.
Cyrus, I think one day we're gonna have to have a long talk with you.
We'll
That
come
day
back
is
to
not
that when you're
today.
ready.
As he just sort of like
When you're
lays
ready.
down and like rolls over.
Why did I get the third degree and he didn't?
Because
Because
What
you're a
you
giant
did-
teddy bear, and he scares me still.
not wrong.
No, don't do that to my
He may be the fun uncle.
I'm missing
but
attitude
he-
here.
He
I'm a
may
big
be the
scary
fun
man.
uncle.
Oh.
He may be the fun uncle, but he also is the scary uncle. So, whenever he's ready.
But
Oh,
But
God.
Fair.
no, it just gives me a very icky feeling. Like it doesn't feel like it's a part of me, if that makes sense. I know
Sure.
technically it is a part of me, but it doesn't feel like it should be.
Yeah, this needs to go away.
It's like I grew a third limb.
Well, fair enough. I didn't want to force the issue. I just wanted to bring the idea to your attention.
I mean,
Our plan is still sure. We win this competition. We wish it away for both of you. But we'll have to word it carefully so that we can cover both of you.
oh yeah, that would suck if it only covered one of us.
Yeah, because that'd be an argument neither of us would win.
Well, it's not just that, but if we somehow worded it where it just choose which one it picked, that would be bad.
It's
If it
definitely
picks
something we
you,
need-
I'll be very upset.
It's,
Wait, what?
I said if it picked you, I'll be very upset.
Keep it or to get rid of it?
Oh, I know, but I was just saying, if it ended up picking one of us, I wanted it to pick me. Not because I wanted to keep it, because I don't want you to have it.
Okay. I was a little confused there for a minute. I thought you were like, if it takes you to keep it, it takes you to take it away, I'm gonna be upset. And I'm just like, Wouldn't
No.
have chose it.
No, she was just saying that if it did end up picking one person, she would want it to be herself rather than you, so that way you didn't have to deal with it.
Yeah, I got you. It was just like at the moment I was just like, wait, what? I didn't do anything.
Right then. Our plan is still the same then. We word our wish carefully, and we make sure that we get it both out of you. Marcus will take Ornick off of his shoulder and place Ornick on the outside of the door. Keep watch over us. You have better eyes than me.
This was an emotional day.
Yeah. We should probably all sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was thinking.
I don't know. I don't normally raise my voice like that, guys. I feel a bit drained.
I didn't think you didn't raise your voice. You actually made it deeper, and it was like I was actually like
You
very
went
glad.
quieter. You didn't actually raise your voice. You went quieter, which I think was more scary.
You actually kind of made me sweat a little bit, and I wasn't even the one that you were addressing.
Yep.
I got too much.
I was
put too
having
much dad
flashbacks
authority
to
on
how-
that.
I was having flashbacks to how Dad would talk to me whenever he was. Grandma would yell. Granny would yell. That I could
Yeah.
handle. But the disappointed dad talk? Nuh-uh. Take that back.
Oh, so
Yeah, Dad.
Marcus got real dad voice there for a sec. Then
Like the very disappointed dad talk is what I felt like you were giving Emerald. That's what I felt like. I was like, oh goodness, I've been on that side. I'm sorry, bud.
I'm like one of the oldest ones here too.
yeah, you got dad
Yeah.
talked by a 22-year-old.
That's how you know you really messed up, is when you get the dad talk from a 22-year-old
A 22-year-old ex-frat
college
boy.
kid.
Oh god.
I think that's a good wrapping up point for the evening.
Alright. We're going to end it off here. Thank you all so much for watching. And we'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.
All right, buddy.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.